So now we will do the relation between correlation and regression. And a regression. So what is the relation between correlation and a regression? So number one, if R is equal to 0, means variables are uncorrelated. Then the two lines of regression are perpendicular to each other. Are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so I can express like that. Suppose this is the line. ये दो lines हैं. They are perpendicular to each other. They are passing through x bar and y bar. Clearly, it will have the ordinate x bar 0. It will have the ordinate 0 of y bar, right? This is x and this is x bar y bar. And this is the line x is equal to x bar and this is the line y is equal to y bar, right? And this is number one relation. If R is equal to 0, then the line of regressions are perpendicular to each other. Then number two, if R is equal to plus minus 1, then theta is equal to 0. That is, the two lines coincide, leads to the conclusion that for higher degree of correlation, between the variables, the angle between the lines is smaller. The angle between the lines is smaller. ठीक है जी. जितना देखो सबसे मिनिमम वैल्यू कितनी है 1 है, मैक्सिमम कितनी है r की 1 की. जितना ज्यादा आपको कोरिलेशन वेरिएबल्स के बीच में चाहिए, इसका मतलब एंगल उतना दोनों में छोटा होना चाहिए. पिछले केस में क्या था, रिलेशन लीनियर था, सॉरी जीरो, there was no, they are uncorrelated, the variables are uncorrelated. एंगल कितना बड़ा था उसमें 90 डिग्री. यहाँ पे r जो है वो परफेक्ट और परफेक्ट पॉजिटिव और परफेक्ट नेगेटिव कोरिलेशन दे रहा है, तो एंगल कितना है, इट इज वेरी स्मॉल, राइट. that is the two lines of regression are nearer to each other. On the other hand, if the lines of regression make a large angle, they indicate a poor degree of correlation. They indicate a poor degree of correlation, right? And ultimately, for theta is equal to pi by 2, मतलब r कितना हो गया 0. That is, the lines becomes perpendicular if no correlation exists between the variables. It means there is no linear relationship between. Correlation always means linear relationship. No correlation means there is no linear relationship, but there may be non-linear relationship, right? Between the, so thus by plotting the graph, by plotting on a graph paper, आप लिख लीजिए graph paper, we can have approximate idea about the degree of correlation between the two variables under study. So these are the correlation between correlation and regression. So by plotting the pictures of the lines on the graph paper, you can just check whether the variables are correlated or no. अगर आप suppose करो, आपको बता दिया जब इस तरह से 90 डिग्री का एंगल है दोनों में, ठीक है जी, इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि they have a poor correlation, degree of correlation between the two variables. और perfect positive में क्या होगा, दोनों ही जो है वो क्या कर जाएंगी, एक ही लाइन के ऊपर, मतलब दोनों को इंसाइड कर जाएंगे, ठीक है. अगर एंगल यहाँ पे 90 डिग्री एंगल है, यहाँ पे कितना एंगल है, थीटा इज इक्वल टू 0 डिग्री एंगल है, यहाँ पे एंगल कितना है, थीटा इज इक्वल टू 90 डिग्री. अगर सपोज करिए इस तरह से है, क्योंकि दोनों देखो बेटा, दोनों लाइंस एक पॉइंट से पास कर रही है, इसका मतलब एक तो कटती है. आप देखो अगर मैं ऐसे बनाती हूँ, सो दे हैव अगेन अ गुड डिग्री ऑफ कोरिलेशन, ठीक है जी. जितना एंगल आपका बढ़ता जाएगा, एंगल ही बढ़ाना है आपने, बढ़ाते जाइए. अब मैं इस तरह से भी ले सकती हूँ, यहाँ भी एंगल काफी सारा बढ़ गया, ठीक है. तो इस केस में भी जो है आपकी उतनी अच्छी डिग्री ऑफ कोरिलेशन बिटवीन द वेरिएबल्स नहीं है. So this is about the relation between correlation and regression. So I'm just writing the remarks. So the equations that we have written, summation I running from 1 to n, yi is equal to na plus b times summation I running from 1 to n xi, and summation I running from 1 to n xi yi is equal to a times summation xi I running from 1 to n. ये हमने derivation के लिए यूज की थी equations, हमने derive की थी ये from y is equal to a plus bx. इसको कहते हैं normal equations. रिग्रेशन एनालिसिस में इन इक्वेशंस को कहते हैं रिग्रेशन नॉर्मल इक्वेशंस फॉर एस्टिमेटिंग A and B, right? This was a remark number 1. Now remark number 2. Lines of regression passes through their mean values. The lines of regression passes through the mean values x bar and y bar, right? Or we can say that the point of intersection of the two lines of regression is x bar, y bar. This is also called the point of intersection. So I will take only 2 minutes to complete it. Number 3. There are always two lines of regression. Always two lines of regression. Y on x and x on y. Right? Number 4. When r is equal to 1, then y on x line is, then regression line y on x. What will be the value? Y minus y bar is equal to, put the value of r is equal to 1. This is sigma y upon sigma x, x minus x bar. So I will take the both cases plus minus. So here you will get plus minus 1. And a regression line x on y. This is capital X minus x bar is equal to plus minus sigma x upon sigma y into y minus y, right? So these are the two lines of a regression. So in this case, next, number 5th. So angle we have already discussed between the angle when two lines intersect, then they have a angle between them. The one is acute and the other is obtuse, right? So in this case, when tangent theta is greater than 0, that is if 0 less than theta less than pi by 2, then theta is acute, right? And if tangent theta is less than 0, that is if pi by 2 is less than theta less than pi, then theta is obtuse, right? And since you can write here 0 as 0 less than r square less than 1, क्योंकि आपकी r की वैल्यू किस में लाई करती है, -1 less than or equal to r less than 1, it implies 0 less than r square is less than 1. ठीक है जी. So the acute angle and obtuse angle, let it be theta 1 and let it be theta 2, between the two lines of regression is given by थीटा 1 is equal to, आपने अभी लिखा थीटा, मैं सीधा ही मॉड लगा देती हूँ. थीटा 1 हमने फाइंड आउट किया था अभी. टेंजेंट 1, दिस इज 1 माइनस आर स्क्वायर अपॉन मॉड ऑफ आर सिग्मा एक्स सिग्मा वाई अपॉन sigma x square plus sigma y square. And this is the acute angle. The what is the obtuse angle? क्या करेंगे, पाई में से उतना माइनस कर देंगे, right? So this is and the last point in this is when r is equal to 0, x and y are uncorrelated, then the lines of regression y on x and x on y, जब r ही 0 हो गया बेटा आपका y माइनस y बार ये सारा 0 हो गया, इधर से x माइनस x बार ये सारा 0 हो गया. इट इम्प्लाइज y इज इक्वल टू y बार एंड x इज इक्वल टू x बार. जब r 0 हो गया मतलब थीटा कितना हो गया, 90 डिग्री. फिगर मैंने अभी पीछे भी बनाई थी. सो दिस इज योर x बार एंड y बार. दिस इज x बार 0, this is 0, y bar, and the angle between them is 90 degree. So in this case, the lines are perpendicular to each other. That's all.